Hello kids, this is Sweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu. A very warm welcome to all my wonderful kids to the next session of the Thief Story, which is from your NCERT Class 10. I would like to remind you that I have already completed the first session, the previous session of the Thief Story. In my previous session, I hope you have watched that and you have understood the first half of the story. And in this session, we are going to complete the second half of the story and we are going to analyze some very important sections. And yes, we are going to also solve some very important questions. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned till the very end. Okay, guys. So I would like to remind you, if you haven't registered for VSAT 2020, then this is the time that you need to register in order to win a great amount of scholarship and assured scholarship. So this is all about VSAT 2020, which is right there just for you. And also about Vedantu Pro Subscription. For that, you need to visit the link which is given here as well as in the description box. And you have to use the teacher code SWRPRO to avail discount. So your lightning deal is at $26.99. So that is all about your lightning deal. And these are the amazing features that you are having. Live classes by India's best master teachers, personalized attention, full recordings of all classes, along with notes, assignments, tests, and more. And these are the few steps that you need to follow in order to subscribe. The first is select grade. Second is select target. Third step is pro subscription, that is get subscription, okay? And then your job is done. You need to choose your plan, your preferred plan, using the code SWRPRO. You will have complete curriculum, structured long-term courses, micro courses, crash courses, and the best part is you can study according to your own schedule. You can plan your test series, assignments, learning material, and you will also have regular performance reports. So I would like to begin today's session with a wonderful quote that I would like all of you to ponder upon before beginning with today's session. And the quote says, "Most criminals are not born, they are made. What the state really punishes is a criminal is often its own neglect, its own failure to do its duty to the citizen." It is by William Randolph Hearst. So I would really recommend you to please analyze the meaning of this very quote, because this is intimately related to what we are going to study today and the remaining half of the story. And I would be back with the quote again when we are at that point where we are going to analyze this part. Okay? So till then, please try to think about this. Now let us enter into the remaining part of the thief's story. So in the first session, which we have already completed the first half of the story and few of the important questions, in the second part, we are going to discuss about the second part of the story, the remaining part, along with important question, character sketches, and some of the themes. And the next session is going to be on Menti quiz. So in order to come prepared for the Menti quiz, you need to attend both the sessions, the first session as well as the second session. In case you haven't, if you have missed by any chance, please do visit both the sessions so that you get a quick revision, and then final revision will be on Menti quiz. So this is how we are going to cover this entire chapter, and then you will not have to worry about your board exam at all. You will be preparing yourselves right here, right now with me. So now one day what happened, Anil, he came with a bundle of money. If you remember that Anil was a struggling writer. He was a struggling writer, and finally he got a chance to sell his book to the publisher, and he returned with a bundle of money. Now Hari saw it and as an opportunity, and then he thought that this is the perfect, he was a thief, if you remember. So he thought that this was a perfect opportunity, and he had already seen that Anil was sleeping, and he had kept the money in the under the mattress that was where he was sleeping. So he found out that it was the perfect opportunity from where he's going to steal. And if you remember in the previous session, we did that the thoughts of Hari, the thoughts of Hari before he was about to steal. He thought that if I don't, steal from him, what would he do with his money? He would anyway, waste away his money in his friends. So it's better that this money benefit someone, so it's going to benefit me, so I'm going to take it. So this is, as I explained you about this regarding, like, I explained you by kind of animating, like, bad side and good side. If you remember, please visit that video. I have explained there in the previous one. Okay, so bad side, good side and all, I have explained that. Okay, and then Hari, with the money, he went to the railway station and he wanted to elope to Lucknow. But unfortunately, he missed the train. Then what did he do? He started thinking, now what should I do? And then when he was actually roaming around in the deserted road, he remembered that first of all he thought that I would spend some time in hotel, but then he thought, no, I cannot go to a hotel because that would arouse the curiosity of everyone. So he dropped the idea of going to the hotel. He said, I cannot go to the hotel. Then he thought whom to go, with whom I should, like, to whom I should go, because as if you remember, I talked about Dhoom 2 in the previous session as well. So Hrithik Roshan, he was a thief in that movie. He said that I do not want any company. Okay, I do not want any partner. When Aishwarya proposed the plan of partnering him, being a partner to him, he said he initially refused, saying that no, a partner is dangerous for a thief. So similarly, Hari also did not have any friends because he thought that friends were more like trouble. So therefore, the only friend, ironically, the only friend that he had was none other than Anil. And he had just now robbed Anil. But then he started to think. He had a change in his heart. First of all, Hari wandered through the bazaar, and then he slept in the bench in a nearby park. But he could not sleep actually because of the rain. And then he remembered about Anil. He was missing Anil. He remembered how he used to teach him, and he started to think that if I go and return to Anil, I could receive education, right? So I could receive education. So he had realized the importance of education, thinking that education will be a powerful tool for me. And if it is a powerful tool, I can easily give up my stealing. And if I give up my stealing and take education, be educated, then I would be a productive citizen of the society. I could earn a decent living. And if I could earn a decent living, I would be very successful. And that would be much, much more than what I am right now. And if I run away with this money would be finished very soon. And then what am I going to do? Again, resort to theft. So my life will go entirely in this cycle. But if, on the other hand, I go back to Anil and keep the money back and get educated, then I would be a different person. So that was how his heart changed. And he had, developed a conscience. He also thought that if Anil comes to know of my theft, he would be very sad. So guys, Please comment on the chat box below. Why do you think that Anil will be sad? Is he only because of the financial loss or there is something more? So please do comment in the chat box right now. What do you think? And then Hari thought about the honesty of Anil. He had a change in his mind. He said, I should go back to Anil because Anil had developed a deep bond, a deep trust on Hari. Okay, so they had developed a mutual trust and they had developed a mutual friendship, and Hari was now missing Anil badly. He wanted to go back to him, and his heart actually changed and he decided to go back. Question time, guys. How does the thief think Anil will react to the theft? Okay. So this was the question I also asked you. So do comment in the chat box right now. Does Anil realize that he has been robbed? What do you think? Okay. So now, moving ahead, he went back to Anil's room. He was nervous. He said that it was easier to get back, like to steal the money and run away, but it is very difficult to, go and keep the money in the same place from where he had stolen, because there was a fear of being caught, and that made him very nervous. He puts back the money to the same place. In the morning, what happened? Anil, he gave Hari some money and he said that from now onwards, you are going to be paid regularly. And then when Anil touched the note, he understood Hari, when he touched the note, he understood that it's very certain, it's absolutely certain that Anil knew of his stealing because the notes were wet. But the fact that he never actually told a word, never actually uttered a single word to Hari about the stealing of the money. Moreover, he started paying him regularly. So, this is where the story ends with a deep thought in the readers. What is that deep thought? I would like to take you back to the quote with which we started. So, for example, my question to you, please do comment this in the comment section. My question to you guys is, suppose you were in place of Anil. Would you have taken this 15-year-old boy to prison, or would you have done the same as Anil had done? So now let me tell you, why did Anil not take him to prison? So go back, rewind a little bit, go back and remember the quote with which we started off. It said that, let me take you back to the quote. What a state really punishes. So if he would have thrown him into the darkness of the prison, what would the prisoner do? He would have punished him, right? But Anil, he actually understood the reason behind this poor boy, the reason behind his resort to theft. And he understood that this poor boy, he has realized his mistake. And that is why he actually returned. And he understood that if this boy is given education, if he is educated, maybe he did not have this opportunity of getting educated. So we discussed that criminals are actually social construct. So he is basically a victim of the society. And when we are punishing these people in the prison, what the state really punishes in a criminal is often its own neglect. So it's the society's neglect, because the society did not take care of this thief, right? He did not take care to educate this person, and that is why he has resorted to the crimes, right? So now this man, Anil, he was a responsible man of the society, and therefore he did not want to neglect, right? So therefore, he did his duty as a citizen by educating him and by not throwing him into the darkness of the prison. Okay, so next are few questions for you guys. What are Hari Singh's reaction to the prospect of receiving an education? Do they change over time? What makes him return to Anil? Why does not Anil hand the thief over to the police, which we right now discussed? Do you think most people would have done so? I have told you to comment on this. If you were in his place, what would you have done? In what ways is Anil different from such employees? Do you think people like Anil and Hari Singh are found only in fiction, or are there such people in real life? So first answer is, what was the question? Yes. So Hari Singh's reaction to the prospect of receiving an education, that changes him. When he started living with Anil, he wanted to be literate, right? And that is what actually made a change in his heart. Probably he is influenced by Anil's life, by the simplicity, by the calmness of Anil's life. Although both of them depended on regular sources of income, but Anil seems to be more satisfied. And why is that satisfaction? Because he is earning his living honestly as opposed to Hari, right? So that is why he was actually wanting to gain that satisfaction. Hari Singh develops a desire to be a part of the civilized society, and Anil was a responsible member of the society, and therefore he took the responsibility of fulfilling this desire of Hari Singh. Next answer, Anil does not hand the thief over to the police because first of all he had put back the money, and that shows that he has realized his faults. He wants to amend his ways. He must have felt guilty. Okay, he had his conscience. He had developed this prick of conscience. He wants to give him one more chance, and he forgives him. In today's world, it is very difficult to find such people, although it must be done. But this patience, compassion, all this humanity, this virtue of forgiveness, these are the qualities which are very difficult to actually be found in human beings. So we as responsible citizens of society, as human beings, should inculcate these qualities, and we learn these qualities from a character like Anil. So that is the message as well that the story wants to convey, that the writer wants to convey to us. And the third answer, no, I don't think that people like Anil and Hari Singh are found only in fiction. Yes, there are people in reality as well, although they are rare. If one is caught stealing, people are first going to, yes, what do you see? Whenever you see someone picking pocket or stealing, if you catch hold of someone, people of society start to beat him, right? This is a very usual sight. And then finally, after beating, they hand him over to the police. Hardly does anyone try to understand the situation, the circumstances that led that man or that woman, whoever it is, to become the person that he has become today. So it should be realized that a human being is bound to commit error. Yes, we can commit error. We are human beings. But there should be a chance for reformation, right? And maybe your one chance of reformation can bring that person to right path. Punishing severely is not the only solution. Strictness can make a person an absolute and hardcore criminal. So please try to soften your heart develop the feelings of humanity, forgiveness, and give people chance. Everyone deserves a second chance. And I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, today's session, and you have taken back a very powerful message regarding this story. And I hope you will reflect back and you will also apply this in your day-to-day life. Thank you very much for watching the session, and please prepare both these sessions, and yes, please do subscribe. Keep sharing your love by subscribing, by hitting the like button as you do. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.